all of us are very outwardly noticeable as being Jews. And in addition, 99% of our students land up spending a year learning in Israel at some point. So being aware of the anti-Semitism that's around right now is something that we are aware of, and we want to make sure that we're protecting ourselves from it.
We teach difficult history. We teach the history of the Holocaust that was rooted in anti-Semitism. And sadly, anti-Semitism is something that we all have to worry about today. We are a potential target of hate groups.
I think often about when I was growing up and walking through my neighborhoods late at night, never worried about security, never worried about anything that possibly might have happened. And then I think about my children and my grandchildren now and how much our world has changed. So unfortunately, there's a lot of hatred out in the world today, and we need to protect our agencies, we need to protect our families, and be there to advocate for them.
Our mission is to bring consistency and continuity to all the agencies within the greater Dallas area. So every Jewish entity that is within our area of responsibility, we look at to make sure there's a standard level in security being consistent throughout all the organizations to make it a better and safer place.
Having and thinking about security was somewhat of a luxury. It's not that we didn't think that it was important. We knew that we didn't have the resources to tap into it. So having the Federation lead an effort through the Community Security Initiative to gather all our organizations together and have a conversation around what we should be thinking about is what was key for us.
As a direct result of Federation's CSI assessment, we were able to really hone in on quite a few areas of vulnerability at Temple. The glass surrounding our entire building, as well as the security cameras and where they need to be focused and who needs to be reviewing what we're seeing on those cameras. And of course, the ballards that we've now installed in front of our building to make sure that any vehicle coming in is stopped before they can get to the actual building.
Just in the last 18 months, the Community Security Initiative has visited numerous organizations. Through those site assessments, we've identified anything that layers up that security profile, then we help work with them to achieve that end goal, whatever that project may be. CSI currently offers training to everybody in the community, and that includes our synagogues, our shuls, it includes our Jewish schools, our Jewish service organizations, the community center, anything within our area of responsibility as it pertains to the Jewish community. Currently, we're offering the Run, Hide, Fight, which is the active shooter training scenario. We're also offering situational awareness, and we're offering Stop the Bleed. And we believe those are three primary training scenarios, training events that keeps our community safe.
Bill Humphrey, actually, what he did is talk to us about how to de-escalate situations. When someone is acting odd, when they're saying strange things, how to discern when you need to go for help and when you can just diffuse the situation.
What we try and do on those days of greater visibility, first day of school or first days back from vacation, is we have a greater presence out there, more adults outside during carpool times, and we make sure that the policies and procedures that we use within the school are fresh on the minds of our staff. And that's something that we didn't have that attention to detail before really putting an effort in through the help with CSI.
CSI has what's called the CSI Alert platform, and we work with our national partner SCAN so that in the event of a crisis, we're able to alert our community in real time on any situation. They may see threats or issues at a national level or occurring somewhere beyond Dallas that might affect Dallas.
It's very important to me to go out into the community and engage the lay people as much as we engage our agency staff people. And I've even started a dialogue with our mayor of Dallas. There were some activities happening in downtown Dallas, and he cited them to the Dallas Morning News. I called a meeting with him immediately, and we said, "We love that you spoke out, but you didn't name it. It needs to be named for what it is. It needs to be named anti-Semitism. And we need to make sure that the city is aware and the city takes care of it and the city watches out for us as well."
When we were planning the opening of our new 55,000 square foot museum, we knew security would be really critical for our grand opening. We had 1,600 visitors and we had hired an outside security consultant, but Bill came in and reviewed their plans, made some really critical tweaks, and he also connected us with high-level officers at the Dallas Police Department to ensure that we had the kind of support from DPD that we needed. But then we had to operate security in this new museum. They made a recommendation of the contractor we should hire, and then Bill worked with us to develop post orders to ensure that we had an operating security system that would keep us all safe.
Having Federation CSI to support all of us, we're able to speak together as a community and not just as an individual institution. High Holidays is a really great example where Federation CSI have patrol around every single Jewish organization during that time frame.
And even beyond the city of Dallas, our contiguous cities, whether it's Plano or Richardson or Frisco, I meet with those chiefs of police and we have those discussions about them being able to provide that same protection in their own way, their own venue, in their own city. We add that element of police presence.
We're so grateful for the donors that make it possible to ensure that our community is safe.
The Community Security Initiative of the Jewish Federation of Greater Dallas is so important. Thank you for all of the donors that make this possible and help keep our children safe.
Having a safe place to work through the help that you've provided to our organization is immeasurable.
Much gratitude from the Federation, and with your support, we'll continue to keep our community safe.
On behalf of myself and Temple Emmanuel, we are grateful for everything that you do to help us in this sacred work of keeping our community safe.
Please join me in supporting this with your funding, with your time, with your presence. We need all of you to help us make this community safe.